Welcome to our culinary journey through Japan. You lot think you know food, yeah? Think you've tasted luxury? Well, get ready to have your minds blown. Today we're diving into the 15 most delicious and expensive foods this incredible country has to offer. These dishes are for those with a refined palate, a love for the best ingredients, and a wallet that can handle a bit of heat. Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and discover why these dishes are so popular. Right, you lot, listen up. First up, we've got Kobe beef, the bloody Lamborghini of cows. This isn't your average burger joint patty, no sir. We're talking about meat so tender it practically melts in your mouth. It's all about the marbling, the way the fat is distributed throughout the meat. That's what gives it that melt-in-your-mouth texture and rich, buttery flavor. Seriously, it's like eating a cloud, if that cloud had been raised on a diet of beer and massages. You'll pay a king's ransom for a taste, but trust me, it's worth every bloody penny. Now are you feeling adventurous? Good, because next up is Fugu the pufferfish. This ain't for the faint of heart because this little fella is packing some serious poison. One wrong move by the chef and bam, you're on a one-way trip to the ER. But if it's prepared right, you're in for a real treat. The taste is delicate, almost sweet, with a texture that's firm, but not chewy. It's a bloody gamble, but that's part of the thrill, isn't it? Next up, we're heading into the forest for some matsutake mushrooms. These little fellas are like gold dust, rarer than a good bloody souffle in this economy. They only grow under certain trees and the season is ridiculously short. But get a whiff of their earthy, spicy aroma and you'll understand the hype. They're best enjoyed in simple dishes, like a clear soup or grilled with a touch of salt, to let their natural flavors shine through. Now, for all you sushi lovers out there, you've got to try otoro. This is the belly of the tuna, the fattiest, richest, most decadent part of the fish. It's like the Wagyu of the sea, with that same buttery texture and melt-in-your-mouth goodness. Get a load of that marbling beautiful, you just pop a piece in your mouth and let it dissolve on your tongue. It's an explosion of umami, pure and simple. You'll never look at supermarket tuna the same way again. Let's talk about Wagyu beef, shall we? This isn't just any old beef, this is the Rolls-Royce of beef. These cows are treated like royalty with massages, special diets, you name it. And the result? Meat so tender, so marbled, it's practically obscene. It's an experience, a bloody symphony of flavor and texture. Whether you have it grilled, sliced thin for shabu-shabu, or just seared to perfection, Wagyu is a culinary revelation. Now I know some of you are squeamish eaters, but hear me out on this one. Uni, sea urchin roe, is a delicacy that'll convert even the biggest skeptic. It's got this creamy, custard-like texture that just melts on your tongue, and the flavor? Oh, the flavor. It's like the ocean bottled up in a tiny, delicious package. Salty, sweet, with a hint of something almost floral. It's an acquired taste, sure, but once you acquire it, you're hooked. Chapter 7, Kaiseki, a symphony of flavors. Now if you want the full Japanese culinary experience, the Michelin star treatment, then you've got to try kaiseki. This is a traditional multi-course meal that's all about seasonality, artistry, and precision. Each dish is a work of art, meticulously prepared with the finest ingredients. You'll have delicate sashimi, flavorful soups, perfectly grilled fish, and more. All presented in a way that'll make your jaw drop. It's not just a meal, it's a bloody masterpiece. Chapter 8, Yubari King Melon the Golden Apple. Now for something sweet. Forget your Granny Smiths, we're talking about the Yubari King Melon. This is the Rolls-Royce of melons, grown in greenhouses and hand-pollinated. They're perfectly round with a sweetness that'll make your teeth sing. These melons are so prized, they're often given as gifts, and they can fetch ridiculous prices at auction. But one bite, and you'll understand why people are willing to remortgage their houses for these golden beauties. Chapter 9, Shabu Shabu DIY and Delicious. Right, let's get back to some savory goodness. Shabu Shabu is all about interaction and fun. It's a hot pot dish where you cook thinly sliced meat and vegetables in a simmering broth right at your table. You control the cooking, dipping the ingredients into the flavorful broth, and then into your choice of sauces. It's a social, interactive way to enjoy some of Japan's finest ingredients. Chapter 10, Omi Beef, the dark horse of Japanese beef. Now listen up because we're about to let you in on a little secret. Omi beef is another top-tier Japanese beef, often overshadowed by its more famous cousin Kobe. But don't let that fool you. This stuff is the business. It's got incredible marbling, a buttery texture, and a depth of flavor that'll knock your socks off. It's the dark horse of Japanese beef, and trust me, it's a winner. Chapter 11. Toro tuna, but better. Back to sushi we go, and this time we're talking about toro. It's another cut of tuna, but this one's from the belly, just like a toro but slightly leaner. Don't think for a minute that means it's lacking in flavor though. It's still incredibly rich and buttery with a melt-in-your-mouth texture that'll make you want to order another round. It's a sushi lover's dream, pure and simple. Chapter 12. Ankimo, don't knock it till you try it. Now I know what you're thinking. Monkfish liver? Sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? But trust me on this one. Ankimo, sometimes called the foie gras of the sea, is a revelation. It's got this rich, creamy texture that's like butter, and the flavor is delicate, slightly sweet, and incredibly Moorish. It's usually served steamed or seared, and it's best enjoyed with a squeeze of lemon and a sprinkle of salt. Don't knock it till you try it. Move over, Kobe, there's a new player in town. Kurabuta pork, often called the Kobe beef of pork, is something special. This is heritage breed pork, raised with care and attention to detail. The result is meat that's incredibly tender, juicy, and bursting with flavor. Forget your dry, bland pork chops, this is the real deal. Have it grilled, roasted, or pan-fried and prepare to have your mind blown. Let's talk about Hida beef, another fantastic example of Japan's dedication to quality meat. This beef comes from the Haida region, where the cows are raised on a special diet and graze in pristine pastures. The result is beef with incredible marbling, a rich flavor and a tenderness that'll make you weep. If you see Hida beef on a menu, order it. You won't regret it. Finally, we come to Tai, the sea bream. This fish is highly prized in Japan, often served at celebrations and special occasions, and for good reason. The flesh is firm yet delicate, with a clean, slightly sweet flavor that's absolutely divine. Whether it's served as sashimi, grilled to perfection, or used in a flavorful soup, Tai is a true taste of the Japanese sea. So there you have it, you lot. 15 of the most luxurious, most delicious, and most expensive foods that Japan has to offer. From melt-in-your-mouth beef to delicate seafood and everything in between, this culinary adventure has hopefully opened your eyes to the incredible food culture of this amazing country. Thanks for joining us on this delicious journey through Japan's most exquisite foods. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more culinary adventures.